Hello YouTube and welcome to your next challenge. So last time we talked about the importance of making your bed and how it's a good way to start your day. But your day actually starts the night before. And what I mean by that is how you set up your day or how you go to sleep impacts how you feel the next morning. So I'm going to talk about how to get a good night's sleep so you actually wake up feeling rested and refreshed and ready to start your day on the right foot. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is timing. It's super important to establish some kind of routine so you're going to sleep and you're waking up at around the same time each day. And that way your body gets used to some kind of schedule. So it knows when it's time to go to sleep and when it's time to wake up. And that way you're not disrupting any kind of natural rhythm, and you'll actually start noticing that you can wake up even a few minutes before your alarm. So establishing the time is super important. The second thing is to turn off any sort of technology or stop looking at screens before bed. That's super important. Most studies recommend half an hour to an hour. An hour is best if you can, to just start getting your brain and your eyes ready for going to sleep. The next thing you can do if you're not looking at technology is you can read a book or do something to start filling your brain with positive thoughts consciously. So there's a really great psychologist, I forget what his name is, but he talks about the idea of marinating in your thoughts when you're sleeping. So very similar to a piece of meat. When we go to sleep, we are asleep processing our thoughts for hopefully 8 hours a day. And we're processing what we thought about throughout that day, but also what we thought about just before we went to sleep. So you can't really control too much what happened throughout your day, but you can control what you do just before you go to sleep. So it's super important to fuel your head with positive thoughts, because if you have negative thoughts and you think about what you just did during the day, then it might lead to nightmares or a disruptive sleep, and then chances are you're not going to get up on the right side of the bed the next day. So if you control your thoughts and you fill your head with good thoughts, then you'll fall asleep, you'll have a good sleep, and chances are you'll wake up feeling well rested and refreshed and ready to start your next day. So a really great way to do that is by reading, if you want to, first. So one of the books that I'm currently reading, it's by Neil Pasricha, which is one of my favorite authors right now. And the book is called You Are Awesome. He has a book called You Are Awesome, which is more of a life book, and it has a whole bunch of awesome stories. This particular book, it says how to navigate change, wrestle with failure, and live an intentional life. So this really talks about resilience and how to build those essential skills and navigate in the work world as well as in your life. So it's really good so far. I highly recommend it. But you can read fiction, nonfiction, whatever it is. You just want to give your brain a little bit of a break from what you're usually doing. The next thing I recommend is meditating. And a few years ago, I had PTSD and I had a lot of trouble falling asleep. And one of the things that I found really helped me was meditating. So there's a great book I found. It's called 5 Good Minutes by Jeffrey Brantley. And in here, there are 100 different practices. So basically each page is a different practice. So you can read the page and then you can close your eyes and just meditate to it. You can set a timer for 5 minutes, or you can just think about it in your bed and then just drift off to sleep. Another really great app is called Insight Timer, INSIGHT Timer, and it's an app that you can get on your phone. And the thing that I really like about this app is you can search for guided meditation. You can do meditation just to music or sound, or you can search. So you can search for the actual type of meditation, or you can search by the person who gives the meditation, and you can bookmark them. And you can even put it on sleep mode, which is what I usually do. So I'll select my meditation and I'll put it on sleep mode. So as soon as the meditation's done, it will stop. It won't continue doing anything. So you can drift off to sleep and not worry about any kind of ads or anything showing up, and just know that next thing that'll wake you up will probably be your alarm. So I highly recommend that. And the last thing I want to talk about is if you're having difficulty falling asleep. So if you feel really stressed out, or dealing with something and it's making it hard to fall asleep, or you don't want to fall asleep because you can't quiet your brain. Like I said, I was struggling with PTSD a few years ago, and one of the things that I found that really helped me was a tea. It's called lemon balm, and it's made by traditional medicinals, and I got it at the bulk barn. This is what the tea package looks like. And when you take this tea, let's say I'm going to bed around like 9:30, I'll usually take it around 8 o'clock, and it makes you feel like you want to go to sleep. Like it kind of just makes you feel a little bit tired. But I'm a light sleeper, and I kind of want to, I don't want something that's just going to knock me right out. So I found this to be a really great alternative to any kind of prescribed sleep aids or melatonin, because it's purely natural. It's super important if you are going to try this to get the lemon balm without any kind of fillers. Just make sure it's pure lemon balm. And the nice thing about taking something that's natural is that it's not like you get any kind of withdrawal. You can take it when you need it. If you feel like you have a lot of difficulty sleeping and it's going to be more than like a week or two, and it's more than just like exams or project or something short-term related, it might be a good idea to talk to your doctor about any kind of things that they might recommend. But this is definitely something that I use when I have something that I know is going to cause a little bit of stress in my life, that's going to make it a little bit difficult to fall asleep. And I highly recommend it. So yeah, my challenge to you is to create some kind of bedtime routine and bedtime schedule so you can get that really great good night's sleep and wake up feeling really refreshed in the morning. So try to pick a time where you're going to be able to go to sleep, and a time that you're going to be able to wake up, so you have some kind of schedule. Turn off your technology about an hour or half an hour before going to sleep. Pick a book or do something that's not screen related. Start filling your brain with those positive thoughts. You can even journal if you want to. And meditate. Highly recommend it. It'll help you just fuel your brain with positive thoughts. And lastly, if you're having like a lot of difficulty sleeping, look at ways that you can look at sleep aids, preferably natural to begin with, that'll really help you get motivated and get your brain motivated and ready to go to sleep. And hopefully if you do those things, you'll get a really good night's sleep, and it'll be something that will become something that you look forward to, as opposed to something that you dread or you rush through. Your bedtime should be you time, and even if it's just an hour that you have to yourself or half an hour before you go to sleep, do something for yourself so you have those good thoughts and you marinate in them so you can have a good start the next day. So I hope that you try out some of these recommendations, and I will see you in the next video.